going to show you how to change the brake pads and rotors on a 2008 Chrysler 300 all-wheel drive. These are the rear brakes and rear rotors. These are all the tools you'll need to do your rear brake pads and rotors. There's around 30 items that you'll need to gather to do this job. Spray some PB Blaster on the caliper bolts and the brake holder bolts. One's on the top, one's on the bottom. If the PB Blaster soaks a little bit, just go ahead and tap the bolts. Using a 15mm socket and first the leverage bar or extension piece. Push upwards. Just loosen it, then switch to a smaller ratchet. This right here is spinning, so you'll have to either put an 18mm or 11/16 wrench on here. Now for the top one, okay, switch to a 15mm socket instead of a 15mm deep dive, just so it's easier to get off. Again, pull the wrench. Probably also use a pry bar. Just kind of. There's this clips right here. Comes up. There you go. Go ahead and pull the caliper off, and then put the caliper somewhere else. Secure it with bungee cord. Grab an 18mm socket and a leverage bar, and pull up. If it's still hard to get off, and you hammer this and it just doesn't come off with ease, just go ahead and use a torch for a little bit. Now grab your 18mm socket and an extension bar, pull up. Oof, that was hard. Not much space to just get it a little bit. Now you can switch to a smaller ratchet. Quick tip, I used about a 12-foot breaker bar, leverage bar, with a 18mm socket. The deep drive, you don't have much space, so when you're putting it on, you put it on here, and then you'll just pull this bar up like that. You're not going to have much space, but it's just enough to crack the bolt loose. And then from there, you switch to a smaller ratchet and socket. Now to do the top, same thing, 18mm socket, breaker bar. Go ahead and pull towards you or upwards. So if you're having problems getting your brake holder bolt off, like I did, I heated it up, I hammered it, used PB Blaster, and it's still quite hard to get off, and you don't have like a whole lot of space, as you can see. So I'm gonna show you something else you can use, and it's not bad to have. It doesn't cost much, it's like 20-25 bucks. It's a bottle jack. So I put my breaker bar on, and now I'm just going to pump it up. Let's see what happens. good to me. Okay. Now let's lower this. Okay, once you finally loosen it, switch to a more manageable ratchet. There we go. Okay, now once you take those two bolts off, they should slide out with ease. The brake holder bracket. Now it is possible to just pull off each brake pad from the holder while it's attached to the rotor, but I'm just going to do it this way. And if you can't get it, go ahead and use a mallet. There we go. Now go ahead and pull the clips off. If you can't get it off with your hands, just use a flat tip. You might have these on your rotor. Just use your needle nose plier and bend the threads right there, and then do that for a few of them, and then you can slowly start pulling it off. Grab a needle nose and a flat tip and just keep working it out. I'm going to stop right here and you'll see why. Next, grab a lug nut, screw it onto the rotor just a little bit. Grab a chisel and a hammer. A little bit here. You might even have to hammer on the edges too. We just want to free up the rust a little bit. Next, grab your torch, heat it for about a minute. Now, you could use a hammer to hit this, but I really want to make sure, in case this is seized, that I use a really good hammer, such as the sledge. I'm going to hit it everywhere around here. Go. Come around and right here, I'll zoom in. See that little thing? There's a piece of rubber here. You're going to take that out. Just use a pliers or a flat tip and you'll get it out. Now, do you see that? There's like a spinning wheel right there. Very, very important. Get yourself a few flat tip screwdrivers, and you're gonna see this. Take your flat tip, and it's like a gear, and you're going to pull away from you. So look at pay close attention to my flat tip. Okay, like you're, I don't know, scooping or something that way. Loosen it. You're gonna go that way, scooping it this way, to the right, towards me, towards the camera, on the gear. This lug nut and this thing is on, just in case when you hit it, it doesn't go flying off. Remove this piece. There's a rotor. There we go. Anyway, again, this, believe it or not, that little thing, which is the emergency brake, right there, that's the gear. So we're going to clean the brake holder, and specifically pay attention to this, where the brake holder brackets will be placed. So these all need to be cleaned. Grab this, or you can use some steel wool, and a wire brush. And depending on how well you want to clean it, I'm also going to use some steel wool. Just make sure these pins move up and down freely. If they do not, you just pull this out all the way, clean it, and then just put some grease on it or silk glide. Very easy. And then just push back in. Grab your guide pins and just clean it real good. Okay, let's see how thin these old brake pads are. 34 of an inch, about almost 9 millimeters. Let's see what it should be. This is a brand new one. And that's about almost 19 millimeters or 18 millimeters. And that's 0.73 inch. Wow. I lost about 70% of my brake pads. Look at the difference. Wow. These really need to be changed. Grab your new brake pad clips and just pop them in. Next, grab your brake pad and just slide it in. There we go. Sometimes you, right here on the right, I'm going to push into the bracket. But in my case, it's pretty easy. They really should just slide in. But if not, that's okay. You can always take a mallet and lightly mallet it in. Here's the old rotor. It's supposed to be a minimum of 20.5 millimeters. This is at 23 millimeters. Here's my new rotor. 23 millimeters. Here's the new rotor. And the old ones, only one of them was seized. The other one really wasn't. Go ahead and spray the rotor with brake cleaner. And then clean it. The reason for spraying the brake rotor is sometimes when they manufacture this and keep it in storage, they put a protective coat on it. So, but we're going to spray it with brake cleaner. This will help further prevent some rust in time. Wheel hub is a bit rusty. Go ahead and just clean it up. Spray some brake cleaner on it. And then clean it off. You can also use a wire brush or a toothbrush to really clean the rust off. Next, grab some anti-seize. You only need about a dip of this. Putting the anti-seize on now will allow you to remove the rotor in the future with ease. Grab your rotor. Put your new rotor on and grab a lug nut. Once the rotor's back on and it feels nice and tight, you'll place your rubber boot back on. Go ahead and place your plastic clips back on if you want to. Grab your brake holder and line it up. Go ahead and squeeze the brake pads together. And just go ahead and start hand threading one of the bolts in. Maybe the bottom. Okay, grab an 18mm socket and ratchet. Now grab your torque wrench and torque to 70 foot-pounds. The bottom one. grease on the brake pad clips. The reason why I do it now is because they don't slide off right away. You can also put some grease on here and on this side. Okay, I'm going to add a little grease right there. Go down there. Okay. You can use Silk Glide or some other kind of grease. Put some grease on the pins. Smooth it out with your finger. Put a good amount of grease on it. Now put your caliper pillars in and just push it straight in. There we go. Now let's do the bottom one. There we go. There we go. Just wipe away the excess grease on the outside. Just make sure it slides nicely. Okay, now you're going to grab your caliper, your piston, and you can put a brake pad here, S-clamp, and then just start turning this. You need to compress this all the way because now that you have new brake pads on them, which have more meat, these have to go back all the way. Okay, and if you don't use an S-clamp, you can also use a piston remover or a pair of channel lock pliers. Remove the bungee cord, place the caliper over the brake pads, and the grease will help it slide in. There we go. Back and forth. There we go. Grab the bolt and hand thread it in. Same for the bottom. If it's spinning, put an 18mm wrench on it. Place your 18mm wrench and your 15mm socket on a torque wrench, and you will tighten it to 23 foot-pounds. Okay. Okay, now go ahead and remove the lug nut from the rotor. I hope this video helped you. Doing the rear brake pads and rotors was not that hard. Just keep in mind sometimes some bolts might be seized or the rotor might be seized. That's why you need a plan to make sure you have extra tools, and also very important, make sure you torque the bolts to the correct specification. Also, you might want to check out some of my other videos in case you have trouble along the way, such as if your rotor is seized or even if a caliper bolt snaps. I'll show you how to do that. Check out some of my other videos, and please think of subscribing if you like. Thank you.